My First Bible presents Samson against the Philistines. Sometime later, the prophecy of the angel of the Lord was fulfilled. Samson was a man now, and he had never cut his hair off. The Lord blessed him with a unique strength that exceeded every man. One day, Samson was in a Philistine land named Timnath, where he saw a Philistine woman, of whom he fell in love with, and he wanted to marry her immediately. So he went back to his parents and told them, "I have seen the woman I want to marry with, and I want you to come with me to ask her to marry me." "Will you get married? I am so happy. Where is she from?"
"Tell us."
"What tribe is she from?"
"What's the name of her parents?" Well, she doesn't belong to any tribe. She is from Timnath. She is Philistine.
Philistine?
But Samson, isn't there an appropriate woman for you among the Israelites, so that you must go searching among those uncircumcised Philistines?
She is the one I like. My gaze found her, and I want her to be my wife. So please, come with me, so we can talk with her parents. Samson's parents didn't know this was coming from Jehovah, who was looking for a chance to fight the Philistines, since they were the ones dominating Israel at that time. They accepted and started the journey to Timnath. At some point during the trip, Samson was alone near a vineyard of Timnath. There, he heard roars. And when he realized, he saw a lion coming towards him to attack him. The Spirit of the Lord came towards Samson. He caught the lion and tore him apart as if he were a little kid and with his bare hands. Then he left that place and went back to his parents, but he didn't tell them what happened with the lion. When they got to Timnath, they talked to the woman Samson liked, and they started the plans to make the wedding come true. They then went back home, but they would soon return to celebrate the wedding. Sometime later, when the wedding day came, they went back to Timnath. Samson, during the journey, left the path again and passed through the same place where he had killed the lion some time ago because he wanted to look at the corpse. When he was getting there, he discovered a swarm of bees. They have made honey inside the lion's corpse. He took some honey with his own hands and ate while he continued his path. When he reunited with his parents, he offered them honey, and they ate, but he didn't tell them where he got the honey from. At the wedding, which lasted 7 days, they prepared a great feast and selected 30 Philistines to go with Samson during the wedding.
"I have a riddle for you,"
Samson told them.
"If you guess before the 7 days the feast lasts, I will give you 30 dresses of linen and 30 party dresses. But if you don't guess, you will give me the 30 linen dresses and the 30 party dresses, okay?"
"Okay, perfect. Tell us your riddle," they answered.
Then Samson said, "From the one who eats, food came, and from the strong one, tenderness arose. What am I?"
None of them knew the answer. The days went by and no one could solve the riddle. So these men approached Samson's wife and told her,
"You have to convince your husband to tell you the answer to the riddle and tell it to us. Or, if not, we will burn you and your father's house."
"Have you invited us to rob us?" The wife, instead of telling Samson about this threat, sought the way to obtain the answer. So she went to him crying. I thought you loved me. You abhor me. I don't know why I am marrying you. My mother was right.
But woman, what's wrong with you? Of course I love you.
No, you don't love me. You hate me. If you loved me, you'd tell me the answer to the riddle you gave my people.
No way, woman. I haven't even told it to my mother or father. Why would I give it to you?
And like that, during the 7 days the feast lasted, she insisted and cried. Until at last, the 7th day, tired of listening to her weeping, Samson told her the answer. Thank you. And she quickly revealed the answer to her people. That same day, during the evening, the men went to Samson and told him,
What's sweeter than honey, and what's stronger than a lion?
Samson, knowing his wife was on the Philistines' side, got really mad and said,
If it wasn't for my girlfriend, you wouldn't know the answer.
And left. He went towards the Ashkelon, where he killed 30 Philistines. He deprived them from their clothing and gave it to those who had solved the riddle. Then, furious, he went back to his parents' house. What now? So, Samson's wife went with one of the best men of the wedding, because they had to finish the ceremony. Time went by, and during the wheat harvest, Samson, now calmed, offered his wife a kid as a gift, and he went to visit her.
I'm going to my wife's room,
he said. But her father didn't allow him to go in.
I have realized you abhorred my daughter, and I was sure you hated her, and that's why I turned her to one of your best men for her to marry him.
And then Samson started to get mad, and the father said,
But, there's my younger daughter. Isn't she even prettier? Marry her instead of my eldest.
Samson, even more angry, answered,
Okay, that's it. No one can blame me for the things I do to the Philistines.
What?
So he went and hunted 300 foxes. He tied them up in pairs, tail with tail, and tied each pair to a torch. Then he lit the torches and set the foxes free to run through the Philistines' plantations. He burned down their wheat, vineyards, and everything they had harvested. The Philistines asked,
Who did this?
It was Samson, she told him, the son-in-law of the Timnite, because he took his wife and gave it to another man. So the angry Philistines captured and burned the woman that was supposed to be Samson's wife and her father. When Samson found out about this, he told the Philistines,
I swear I will take revenge for what you have done, and I won't rest until I've achieved it.
And so he attacked them with all his rage. Then he went to live in a cave by himself in Itam. Later, the Philistines went up and camped in Judah. Judah's men asked,
What are you doing here?
We are here to take Samson as our prisoner, they replied, to pay him with his own poison to avenge our people.
Blah, 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 blah.
Quickly, 3,000 men of Judah descended to the cave where Samson was and told him, What have you done with the Philistines? Don't you realize they govern us?
I did to them what they have done to me,
he replied. The Philistines are waiting for you, and they have declared war because of you.
We are here to tie you up and take you to them. Okay. Just promise me you won't kill me with your bare hands,
Samson told them. All right, we won't kill you, We will tie you up and take you to the Philistines." So they tied him up with 2 new ropes and took him to the Philistines. All of them shouted triumphantly for having captured Samson. "Gentlemen, let me introduce you to Samson, the strongest man in the world, and we have him now!" While the Philistines were celebrating, the Lord's Spirit came to Samson, and the ropes on his arms became a thread burnt with fire. "Finally, Samson's days are over. Who is laughing now, Samson?" Finding a jawbone of a donkey, he took it as a weapon. "Do not worry, it is just a donkey jawbone." He attacked them and killed the 1,000 Philistine men. So Samson said, "With just the donkey jawbone, I got to kill thousands of men. With a donkey jawbone, I killed an army of thousands." Then he dropped the jawbone and named that place Ramat Lehi, which means Jawbone Hill. After fighting so many men, Samson was thirsty and really tired, so he claimed Jehovah. "Lord, you have given your follower this great victory. Now will I die like this? Thirsty? Please, give me water." And then God opened the watershed that was there, and the water started flowing, so he drank and recovered his strength and energy. After this great achievement, Samson was the new judge of Israel, and he ruled for 20 years. Subscribe, comment, like, and follow us on our social media. Guys, it's over. It was about time. Oh, my back. I need a raise. This job isn't easy. Hey, we will greet our friends who have commented on our post. If you want a greeting in the next video, follow us and comment on the latest posts on our networks, Instagram and YouTube. The next greetings go to Jonathan Ramos, Alberta 8122, Daniela and Luke, Levi and Liam from Trinidad, Ethan and Jaden, Blessed Queen, Funtown, USA, Jonathan from Namibia, Zach from South Africa, Grachelle Sumingwit, Candice the Spirit from Philippines, Michelle Mutuku, Sweet No There, Danielle and Esther from USA, user IG5, Lily713, Chapateri Chenda, Country Ball Team, Naruto Uzamiki, Blessing Our Bun, Anjeed 3277, The Ultimate Force 1234, Patricia Gonzalez, Monstar King's Kid 4073, Frenya from Germany, Mrs. Price's 5th grade from Arizona, Cakes Brilliant, Emmanuel from Pakistan, Jada Precious 5427, LV Maddit. Thank you very much for all your great support.